The story begins late one evening in an empty animation studio where three unlikely collaborators find themselves staring at a blank canvas. Rudy, the veteran illustrator whose best days were in the 90s. May, a prodigious caffeine-addled storyboard artist only recently out of art school. And Jonah, a producer who secretly detests cartoons but loves a good paycheck. It started as a joke. May, mid-yawn, sketching a duck with a suspiciously human grin, asks,
What if instead of pitching another superhero show, we make a cartoon about making a cartoon?
Rudy laughs but keeps drawing. Jonah, who'd come back from a call with frustrated network execs, is less enthused.
Meta doesn't sell.
He says, but he's outvoted 2-1. The next morning, the trio assembles. The premise morphs quickly. The protagonists will be a ragtag band of overworked animators, each blatant parodies of themselves, scrambling to create a show before their deadline. Inspiration comes easy when drawn from their own disasters, missed deadlines, accidental fires from overworked computer cables, and the infamous midnight pizza incident, which took actual weeks to scrub from the break room carpet. Jonah relents and becomes surprisingly invested, insisting their on-screen avatars have more interesting flaws. His counterpart, the manager, fears cartoon animals, owing to a traumatic encounter with a giant store mascot as a teenager. As days pass and the pilot episode takes shape, reality and fiction blur. One night, when the office internet collapses mid-upload, panic erupts. Just as in their script, where characters must finish their project with nothing but pencils, paper, and moral support from an imaginary talking stapler. Against expectations, the cartoon gains traction online. People love the inside jokes about the animation industry and the exaggerated personalities. Meme culture grabs hold. Suddenly, there are action figures of May's grumpy artist, plush ducks with peculiar grins, and fans dressing as the manager for conventions. But the biggest lesson arrives when their new boss shows up, a legendary animator who, rumor has it, once drew backgrounds for a classic 80s blockbuster. She scrutinizes their work, then laughs. "You three made a cartoon about making cartoons," she asks. "That's either genius or madness. Well, that's show business." In the end, the cartoon within the cartoon becomes a cult hit, and our trio, Rudy, May, and Jonah, learn that sometimes the most inspired stories come from the chaos of real life and a willingness to laugh at yourself. The final shot freezes on the trio, blurry-eyed, satisfied, and already brainstorming their next wild idea. The credit rolls as the imaginary stapler whistles, "Ode to Joy."